Only on 2 occasions ever have I had the chance to use a 144Hz monitor, and I want to talk about that experience. And for anyone else that has 60Hz like mine, this is a quick look at my setup if you haven't seen any videos on my channel before. We got the racing simulator over here. This video is going to be catered with a sense of racing simulator use in it when we're talking about 144Hz monitors. But this is for anything. When I first used 144Hz monitor, I had it hooked up to Call of Duty, and this is the response that I had.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Shit. I like your dragon on setup.
These are just default classes.
Your ducky keyboard is so good. Look, what is that, dude? Like, you hit shots that I would have missed. No trouble at all. It's his first game on your monitor. Now, super quick, it doesn't show anything of what's going on. My brother's awesome camera work. He's just a magician, isn't he, really? Should direct the next Avatar. That's sarcasm. But what happened was I was just blown away on instantly how much better I was. Sure, how you're feeling, how long you've been playing that day, your reaction time, if you had caffeine, can all influence a good Call of Duty game. I'm sure you've been there and done that. Racing, all of it. Like if you're on the ball, you're on the ball and you have those days. But 144Hz is going to make you have those days a lot of the time. Mostly all of the time. What it did is open up, and I guess the science of it is pretty straightforward, doesn't it? There's more frames that you can see where the enemies are, whoever you're racing with online and things like that. But the games actually feel different. So let's talk about Call of Duty for a little bit, and it's going to translate really well into simulator racing because that's mostly what we focus on this channel. What happened was, when you're running, when you're moving, the game feels different. Completely different. It's almost like the point of view has been changed. There's something about the peripheral vision of what's happening and how it's moving, how much quicker the picture's generated, how much smoother it is on the eye, that will blow your absolute mind. And 144Hz monitors are not new. If you have one, you're watching this video, you're probably like, no shit. But for anyone that, like me, that hasn't owned one and only has 60Hz monitors, before you even think about purchasing another monitor, I want you to hear me out in this video, because 144Hz is the single most crucial aspect to a monitor I'm ever going to look for going forwards. My next upgrade with this setup will be, I'm thinking, 2 144Hz 1440p monitors, 27-inch. And there's some on Kogan, they're not, oh, that's an Australian website. I think Kogan's Australian only, I'm not sure. But there's heaps out there, Amazon, you'll see them around. And then for the simulator, I'm gonna, unless things change, I'll get a single 49-inch curved 144Hz 1440p monitor. That's what I feel like should be what you go for when it comes to a monitor. The quality of it, the 1440p look, just more detail, but the 144Hz is huge. Obviously you got the response time and your input lag and stuff like that, minor details. I'm gonna make or break the game, but 144Hz is huge. You just see my reaction again in this video. I played for about 30 seconds in that game, and I just would hit shots that would have normally been a little bit like fluky back in the day. Like, I mean, I grew up quickscoping on Modern Warfare 2. I was hitting shots out my ass left and right. We would play for 2 hours every day after school, quickscope matches before we would go into open lobbies. We just played it massively. but never have I ever felt an advantage like the 144 Hz that I did on that single game where I played on his monitor. It was unreal, blew my mind. If you're on the market for a screen, at least if you know someone with a 144 Hz screen, I want you to go and try it out if you can, and just experience it. In my experience, felt different in the fact that how it moved, how much clarity it opens, and it just gave me a huge advantage. And one more tip that we haven't covered is just general browsing. And you don't notice it, but when you're like browsing Google and stuff, your mouse, you can't really focus on because it actually skips forwards very, very minimally. You can't see the skips really, but it's slightly blurred. When you got a 144 Hz monitor, one of the most surprising things was how smooth the mouse moves. There's no more blurring to it, and the blurring is not something that you notice either when it comes to it. Now, how does this translate into racing simulators? Well, like I said, the peripheral vision and how the flowing effect of movement looks on 144 Hz. And racing is all about the movement. It's all about the movement. It's all about judging braking points, having that visual representation. And sometimes they can be really hard to spot. You know, a certain skid line on the track or on Spa, coming out of you go up a rouge, you go in the back, come around the hairpin, and you go down the hill. There's that big fourth gear double left sleeping corner. Going into that, there's this little Marshall's orange point that I use in my GTE car where I want to brake, and that is a real prick to watch. There's nothing else really around, and you're coming up so fast to it that it's gone, and you don't really know exactly where it is. Now, I'm very confident 144 Hz, that as an example, will just help so much. I'll just be able to spot it way easier just out of the corner of my eye and not crash on that corner, which catches a lot of people out. So a bit of a rambling video talking about 144 Hz. Hopefully it saves you some money. If you're on the market for a screen, hear me out, don't buy one before you try 144 Hz monitors. I'm super confident that it's the way forwards, that 60 Hz monitors in a couple years time will be a thing of the past. No one will really even buy them once they realize how good these Hertz monitors are. The next step up is a 240. They come with a price though, just like 5 years ago or whatever, when 144 Hz was brand new, the price tag was high. Just like solid state drives when they were brand new, price tag was high. Now they're both really accessible, they're everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helped you a little bit in your hunt for a new monitor or changed how you'll go about it next time. I will see you guys next time.